You're listening to the Life Upgrade Lab, home of the Fresh Start Files. I'm Julie Hernandez, pharmacist, life coach, and your partner in real-life growth experiments. Lab coats and gloves optional, glitter goggles encouraged. Let's grab our glitter goggles, friend. We'll open today's file and get started. Have you ever noticed how exhausting it is to feel like you always have to prove yourself? Welcome back to the Life Upgrade Lab, home of the Fresh Start Files, where we run faith-filled life experiments that actually create change. I'm Julie Hernandez, your host, pharmacist and life coach, and today we're opening Fresh Start File number 10, the Trying to Be Chosen case. So the case background. Here's a situation. Have you ever felt like in whatever situation, a job interview or relationship or any kind of opportunity or friendships, you need to say the right thing, do the right thing, be enough, or be more than you feel like you already are? And maybe you don't. Maybe I'm not wording that right. It's almost like we feel like we have to be a different person than who we are, especially in job interviews. So let's go over the evidence review and uncover the pattern, the hidden pattern that your brain is using. So this kind of a thing, when we're trying to make sure that we are the chosen one, that we're the one who's picked, that's not about the opportunity. It's about believing that we'll be okay if we're chosen. And that creates pressure and overthinking and emotional swings. And it could create other things. It could create anxiety and even physical effects from the anxiety in your body if you're stuffing it down and you're not acknowledging it and letting yourself feel it. So what if being chosen isn't something that we earn? What if it's something that reveals that you are on the right track and you're listening for the Lord's guidance? God orders our steps, as it says in Proverbs 16:9. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord determines his steps or establishes his steps. So this can reassure us that we're supposed to be keeping on going and keeping on doing the things, but God is guiding us and God is ordering our steps and He's directing our steps. And we can also be assured that if there's closed doors that happen when we apply for a job or when we try to make friends, then that isn't rejection of us. That's God protecting us. It's direction. It's our direction of where God wants us to go and maybe who He wants us to be with or align with or be around. God is in rooms. He's in closed rooms. He's in closed meetings, and He hears conversations that we can't hear and that he sees things that we can't see. This is something I've had to learn over the years as a recovering people pleaser, is to not take rejection so personally. I've really learned over the years to see it as God protecting me from something that I can't see, and He can. And I want you to learn how to do that too. If you struggle with this, I can help you. I just want you to know that it's not hopeless. It won't be forever if you actually want help. There's hope and there's help. I didn't know that anybody knew how to help me with this, and I finally found a life coach about 6 years ago, and she helped me with this. It's amazing the growth that I've achieved, and I want that for you. I want you to feel that God's protecting you and to know that you are not less than or somehow not as good as other people. You are just as good. You are even better in whatever lane God created you for. You are the best. You are the only one who can do it. So I want you to know that deep in your heart, deep in your soul. And if you struggle with that, please hit me up for a consult. I'll put the link in the show notes, but I want you to know that for sure, the rejection of maybe someone to date or friend or a situation that maybe you tried out for a play or you tried out for something and you didn't get it. There's been so many times lately when I have been like, oh, I didn't get that and I'm glad. I wouldn't have wanted to work with that person. Please know that when you get closed doors, God has something better for you. God has something more aligned with who you are currently and who your future self is becoming. And I want you to take heart on that. So here is your lab experiment. This week, I want you to try this. Before any situation where you feel some sort of pressure, ask yourself, am I trying to be chosen, or am I showing up as who I am and letting God give me the discernment, give me the wisdom or create a closed door that I should be okay with, and that I know he's got my back, and that I know he's protecting me, and he lovingly surrounding me with his protection. So then choose to feel prepared, choose to feel grounded, and choose to feel in some way not performing, just being yourself. And if that is not okay with those other people, then you have self-selected to not put yourself in a situation that might have been very painful, that might have been very hard for you to work in, to live in, to be in. I mean, you never know what people's motives are. You never know what other people have that you don't want to be around. Have you thought about that? They may be showing their not true self, and they should be on an interview. Let's say you're on an interview. There's no way for us. Everyone's putting their best foot forward. Everyone's putting on their best front. We hope. I've been in interview situations where people have come in and we had to group interview them. And one guy came in, he was interviewing for a job, and we would be his colleagues, and she wanted us all to interview him as a group. He came into the interview in shorts and a Hawaiian shirt, and he was just so casual. We didn't pick him. We just couldn't imagine how he would show up to work if he showed up to an interview like that. So he just needed to learn a little bit more about how to interview. I don't think there was anything wrong with his personality. I just remember thinking he's way underdressed for an interview, and he wasn't young. He was probably late 20s or mid 30s. He should have known how to show up for an interview. We did not think that he would be a good fit for our team because of the way he presented himself, because we should be putting our best foot forward, but not be fake. We should do what we're supposed to do and prepare. That's what I do. I still prepare. I still show up with my best foot forward, but knowing that if my personality or the way I present myself is not something that they're looking for, then maybe I am not a good fit for their team, and I don't want to be on that team. I want that to be how you feel too. I don't want you to be feeling like you are missing out on the best opportunity of your life, because what if it wasn't? What if you wouldn't have fit in at all? You put your best foot forward on the interview, and then you relax when you're around the people, and then what if that doesn't work out, and then you have to quit, or they have to let you go, and then you're looking for another job, and then you feel shame or situations like that, where just realize once you get on board, this is not working out. This is not what I thought it was going to be. This is what happened. This person presented themselves in this way on an interview, and then when I started working with them, they were way different. It was very painful. I remember crying every day before I would walk into work on a couple of different situations from the people who had hired me, and they presented themselves on the interview as not that way. So I want you to feel prepared and grounded, but don't feel performing. Just feel like you've got your best foot forward, but you're going to let God handle the choosing, because he has chosen you, but it might not be for that situation. And if you ever feel like you're a failure at an interview, or a failure at finding friends, or a failure at finding a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife, ask the Lord to help you evaluate each attempt. This is another lab experiment you can do. Sit down afterwards, write what went well in your eyes, what didn't go well, and what you would do differently. Write it down. Write all of those things down. Start with what went well so you can encourage yourself and you can find the wins. I'm always about you finding the wins. Find your wins every day. Our brain wants that positive feedback because it looks for all the stuff that went wrong. We already do that. We already do that too much. Way overdo it. So please look for what went right and what you can do differently. This is why we do our lab experiments each week. Each time we evaluate anything, all we can do is get better. And it's not a failure. It's an experiment about what I need to tweak or what could be different. But I don't want you to be fake. I want you to be you. Your life upgrade protocol. This won't flip overnight. Your brain has practiced striving and trying to impress people for years. So let's not shame it. Let's retrain it with the way I taught you. If you need help, please hit me up for a consult. Our lab report, you don't have to earn your place. You get to show up in it. Trust that that's what's meant for you, and it will recognize you, and God will bless you with the right opportunities and the right open doors. If this helped you today, stay with me. Follow, subscribe, and share so your friends can also find the help that they need. In the meantime, keep your glitter goggles close and keep upgrading your life. The lab is open. Thanks for joining me inside the Life Upgrade Lab. Experiments may get messy, but progress is still progress. If today's case file helped you, follow the show, leave a review, or share it with a friend who needs a fresh start. Until next time, keep your glitter goggles close and keep upgrading your life.